sometimes, you know what I'm saying, gas, all this stuff is uncomfortable, but you get used to it.
Super uncomfortable to me.
You take a piece of elastic string that's about, that looks like this. This is nylon. That looks like this. Okay? Most girls know what this stocking, la la la. Another thing that I do, you take denim, like the leg of a piece of denim. I like denim because it's sturdy and it keeps you up.
It pinches the shit out of you.
It hurts, but you gotta control. You gotta cut it in a good shaft position. And what you do, you see how this is a ring. This is a ring. The denim has to be cut in a ring too, except it's like rectangular. It's going to look like.
You take the bottom of a jean. The best ones that work is the bottom of a jean.
Bottom of a jean.
The bottom of a jean.
A leg, and you're gonna cut it out, and it's gonna be like a circle, like a cylinder of
cut it like you're cutting shorts.
Cut it like you're cutting shorts, right? But just the bottom piece. That's about, you know, you can customize the fit, but it's about this big. You know what I'm saying? And then,
I saw Yana every video.
So you're going to put. God, I wish I could show it. You're going to put the ring, this ring, inside the jean ring.
So it makes it like a panty. It almost looks like a panty with a panty liner.
Right. You're going to put your leg through this loop and your other leg through this loop. And the jean part is going to go right here. And you're going to pull it up like a panty and tuck, like we just described, with your balls behind your thing, and pull this part
through your ass.
Through your asshole, around your hips, and up through your ass crack. Not through your asshole, up through your ass crack. And that is a gap. That's a homemade gap. Of course, you got gaps that you can buy and blah blah.
Tuck belts and all that
from Walmart. From Walmart. But
you know, makes your asshole so raw.
They are uncomfortable, but if you could, the more you customize the fit, the better they feel.
But that in your asshole never feels good. That fucking shit raws out my asshole. It just feels like once I take them off, I feel like, oh, somebody just took my asshole to like this. Because they just been riding up in there all day.
So
yeah, there's tuck belts, gaps, taping, you know, all the just putting on a thong and just taping, or you know, putting on some tight underwear, and makes look like you got a nookie. A little nookie.
Yep. All right. That's the beginning of the tutorial, I guess you can call it, of when you don't have anything. You don't have tits. You don't have hips. You don't have. Well, you know what I'm saying. You don't have. You just what you got. What God gave you. Exactly. Now we're moving on to the
teeny bopper.
The teenage years.
Exactly.
Okay?
That was child years. Now that was infantile.
Right.
Now we're moving up to not saying that that you know you can't be an older TS and still having to do those things.
This is just at the time that it happened for us.
Exactly. So now we're going to move on to teenager.
Late teen.
We're going to move to late teen.
Because we was padding for a little taste. For a little minute. So late teens is when you start getting on moans, you start getting more fleshy, and you start learning about silicone. So we're not going to turn this video into a
silicone is good or bad. We're just going to say it for us. Right now, silicone has been a great thing for both of us.
Right. Silicone has been a great thing for both of us. We opt for that because we opt for a more natural look, a more natural hang and all of that. So, you know, that's what we wanted. So that's what we opt for instead of the implants. So, silicone can have.
Don't even discuss that. We haven't had negative effects, so we'll talk about the positives of what's going on.
Right, we haven't had any negative effects thus far, so we're talking about what happened.
We'll do a negative, positive silicone little thing later.
So, basically, when we got pumped, you know, your contouring, all that taping and all that stuff, you have to use it less because you have more flesh, and when you put that little saltwater bag in there, it gives you more pushes up. It gives you more you know, it looks more softer. It looks more feminine. And you're on hormones, so your arms are looking softer. Your chest is getting more fleshy. Everything is
legs are getting fleshy.
Legs are getting thicker.
Because that added extra fat.
Thicker, right?
Extra layer of
adding
fat.
that extra layer of fat that women have because they make babies and have to store that fat. When you start getting silicone, you start having to use less pads. You use less water in your thing. You know, your cups get a little bit smaller, and then eventually, as you keep going with silicone, you get pumped more and more. It, you know, if you get it in the right way, it started looking like this. You start having a breast, where you don't have to do any cups, you don't have to do anything like that, and you don't have to do any pads.
And as far as any of that, like different things that where people contour their face as far as with makeup and stuff, drawing on cheekbones and overdrawing
highlighting
lips,
highlighting forehead, so your brow bone won't be as prominent.
These are things as that
overdrawing your lips.
That silicone has allowed us to, and some of those things you can continue to do even though after you've gotten silicone. Because some days when you want to look a little thicker, you throw a little pad in there, and it's like,
right.
That's so you don't overdo your work. You know what I'm saying? That's just so you still can keep your natural if you want to look natural. Okay, I have my natural, but you know, some days I kind of want to look like, honey, I want to look like Boom Cow, honey.
Buffy the Body.
And I put a little bump in.
Put a few bumpers in.
Yeah, and then you're like, bitch, honey. You know what I'm saying?
Because my measurements are, I'm a 46 in my hips. I am 29 now, unfortunately, in my waist. As you can see, I got a little stomach. And I am 36 up here. So, 36, 29, 46. So, my body is kind of where I like it to be. But sometimes in certain clothes, in certain jeans, I want more definition. I want more plaquage. I want more, you know what I'm saying? I want more of that. But I don't want to get more silicone, so when I get naked, I look animated, or it looks wrong,
or it looks bad.
Right, it's just because it's not natural. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten where I want to be physically when I'm nude. So if I want more, I'm not gonna go get more silicone. I'm just gonna put a little bumper in
because you know how to contour.
Right.
Simple as that. That's, you know, I think that's what makes that's what takes a girl from knowing her body and knowing where she wants to be, and knowing that I can do this and it not be a permanent thing. I think a lot of times when girls are getting work done, I think that's where that freak comes about, because they get carried away.
That what?
That freak.
That freak, yeah.
Yeah, that freak comes about. And what I mean by that animation, that comes about when girls start getting carried away. I know myself, I have a huge breast, I know it. But I feel like, to my size, they aren't that big. You know what I'm saying? To my size, I think they aren't that big.
Normal.
Exactly. But, and I've always wanted huge breasts, and some days I get shitty about it because of clothes or something. I'll say to her, girl, honey, or I go through my denial phase when I say that I don't have huge breasts, and she'll remind me that I'm just saying, yes, you do.
And I'm the body type that I like to be bottom heavy. I like to be with I need a little bit more than a handful, but I like bottom heavy girls. So that's my thing, was ass.
And see, mine was top and bottom. Big titties, big ass, little waist. You want big? The Dolly Parton is my kind of thing. I think I like the balance of both, and I think more natural.
Dolly Parton ain't got no ass.
But I know I'm just talking about the big wideness of her body.
Oh, the wide hip
and the top heavy. You know what I'm saying? But I was saying that as far as big titties, big ass. So your profile does like this.
Right.
And that's the kind of the thing I like. And I think that hers was more of like, you know, strippers. They have big booties, decent titties.
Mine is black women where, you know, you got ass. You know what I'm saying? Of course they have tits. Black women have tits, but you know that image. When I think of white women, they want the big boobs and no legs, no hips, no butts, no nothing. My image of sexiness, what's sexy to me is a girl with a ample breast with a nice size breast, but a lot of leg and a lot of ass. So that's what I asked for, and that's what silicone could give me.
I like the feet.
It's like titties, everything. Big titties, big ass.
Wherever you got, bring it on. It's big. Big titties, big ass, big dick all.
Everything's big. Like Texas.
We're in Texas.
That's why we moved to Texas.